Counting double-digit thousands stacks.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome, and today I want to talk to you about one thing and one thing only, and that is the gaming community. The community of gamers, of what you see on the internet, the reason you're probably watching this video right now, and or you just, yeah, there's really no other fucking reason that you'd be watching this video. Why I wanted to talk about this is that there is no community left besides the YouTube gaming community, and that's even, I think, dying out. Like 90% of like the gaming you watch on YouTube is really just you're fucking watching Markiplier or PewDiePie, and you see the esports people, and 90% of the esports stuff isn't even gameplay anymore. Also, under this topic would be that you don't communicate anymore. Like, you used to hop on like any game back in the day and you could make friends, you made enemies. By every lobby you went into had people talking, and there's only one game really left, well, not really one game, but one game out there that's really the biggest that's left in it, which is Call of Duty Black Ops 2, which has just been brought back as backwards compatible, so revamping some of the community, which could bring hope that this won't be a big of a problem in the future as it is now. But another game that also definitely helped in the community with actual communication, like voice to voice, like I can hear your voice, you could hear my voice. Like the reason they created Xbox Live and like the party chat system, so you're not just talking to your friends that you know anyways IRL, or some people that you met years ago on Xbox or PlayStation Network or whatever. And that's CSGO. CSGO has like its competitive thing, and so that's really cool. It's got its little competitive game mode, which back when I first got it, I would play competitive all the time. And you actually make friends you make friends with the people who talk, and like 90% of the people talk, and if you don't talk, they vote to kick you off their team. So yeah, there's that. Also, you may be wondering, I hope you guys enjoy this gameplay. This is me playing H1. It starts off really slow. I'm not I either get a lot of kills really early on and then just die and don't make it to the end, or I make it to the end and just have a few kills. But a lot of the game is really boring. You're just gonna basically see me like trying to sprint across the map because I could never find a fucking car. So if you have any tips for me being a noob playing this game, please put it in the comments. But back to as I was saying, is the communication. And even in this game, it's a realistic communication, but you're not gonna make friends unless you're playing like doubles or fives, which is definitely a help. But like, you get like games like Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, you get Modern Warfare Remastered, you get like Battlefield, you get all the multiplayer games that were the reason like 90% of this started, and the stuff that got the communication, that got the community flowing, that started like people getting into like gaming on YouTube, and like what built up this big community. It started a whole pro league, and then it just becomes like the least communicative game, because yes, there is people, and I've fallen victim or fall in fault or whatever, that sometimes, yes, I do enjoy just not having a mic and just hopping on a game of pubs every once in a while. But like when it's even you're playing like League or Arena on like Call of Duty or something like that, you don't even get one person with a fucking mic. And it's like that's the point. Like those game modes are where you really need the mic and where communication is key. But and that's why like they even had points in like Black Ops 2 is like forced game chat, and I think MWR just like recently added that back in. I don't know if it's true, but like that's a big thing. And then the YouTube community, 90%, as I was saying, the YouTube community, just a lot of the gaming YouTubers barely play games anymore. Like most of it's actual IRL videos, or at least most of what I watch has turned to IRL videos and stuff like that. Now there are still a lot of gaming stuff out there, but then like they're not making the community, like trying to get those people to interact with each other. Like that's another thing. Like back in the day, you'd find, oh, you're fans of this, let's play together, or the creator or whatever would like get those people to somehow like group up and communicate. And one person, I do watch them, I don't watch them a lot, is Mark Music. I give props to him out there. He hosts those open lobbies. He still is one of the few YouTubers out there that like solely does gaming content like 90% of the time. More than like 99% of the time. But as also I was saying, is the Black Ops 2 being backwards compatible, which even before it was backwards compatible, I, like, you know, on my channel, I was back and playing it on the 360, and I got it like literally the day before it was remastered. I just started to think maybe League Play's still up, because you could not get a single game of Hardpoint, and you still barely can. So I played League Play to play Hardpoint, but then I kind of got bored, so I hopped on S&D. And the S&D game I jumped into, everyone had a mic, literally every single person, and we just had fun. That's something you don't get nowadays. I can literally, right now, the second I'm saying this, turn on my PS4, turn on my Xbox, hop on a game of MWR, Black Ops 3, Battlefield, or whatever fucking game you want to play, CSGO, like casual matches. Not one person is willing to have a conversation, talk about the game. The only time they'll even maybe say something if they have a mic is if it's like shit talking, which is still something at least, or they're playing shitty music through the fucking mic, which is all CSGO is. That's all the casual match CSGO is. But like still, Black Ops 2, like, it's more than just one of the best Call of Duty games out there just because of its, like, it's more than just high rated because it's a better game, of being a better game. It has a community to it, and it still does to this day, a community that talks to each other, and not even just beforehand a high player base. Like, it had a pretty high player base for a high 5-year-old game that's still played on the 360. And if you go on to the backwards compatible and play it on Xbox One, you still find people with mics playing it on Xbox 360. It's fucking insane, and it's awesome that like maybe that can get all these developers nowadays. And if you're a developer, please do this also, that create a game that inspires people to communicate, inspires people to meet new people, not just play with their friends. And I do this too. I barely talk to people online, and that's because there's really no one doing it. I barely even get on every day and talk to my friends because it's the same thing. Even though I'm about to go do it right after this, as in go and talk to them on Xbox, because Black Ops 2 is still fucking fun, and I'm about to go play that. And then it just comes down to, like, what, with all this community and everything just falling apart, what, it may just even kill gaming. Like, if the community falls apart, so people are just kind of, like, getting bored, and then, like, bad games are coming out like this, then what is going to be left of gaming in general? Like, there's going to be no community, there's going to be no good games, people aren't going to be really playing it for leisure anymore. People are just, like, the only video games that are gonna be left are shitty fucking iOS and Android fucking app games that people call themselves gamers and stuff for doing that, or playing fucking cool math games on their goddamn computer in school. Now, I know most of that probably isn't true, because there's still, like, a very high community of gamers that want to play these games, and the way these remastered games and, like, sequels of good games, like, good sequels that come out, will definitely keep the community alive. Like, we've seen recently remastered MWR. Sure, doesn't have the community of what it should have, but it still did bring a lot of gamers back into Call of Duty. It brought a lot of people back to Call of Duty, even though, in turn, like, in my opinion, it's still a good game. I do enjoy it. but it's not what I think everyone else thought it was gonna be. And then like we're gonna see The Last of Us 2 come out. Like that was like what we all thought was a fucking impossibility. When it was just fucking remastered, it was like, holy shit, that's fucking awesome. And now we get a sequel, and that's another community that's like you don't see on YouTube. That's a community that really has died on YouTube, is like the story mode games. When you used to watch someone do a let's play, like some of my favorite YouTubers back in the day, they did let's plays and they still do today, but just there isn't a big community for that anymore. And I've tried doing that on YouTube myself, but no one wants to watch that anymore. Everybody's into the multiplayer scene. Everybody needs to be a funny video. It needs to keep you entertaining. It can't have a story anymore. Everybody needs their fix in like the first 30 seconds of the fucking video. Or like there can't just be a build up of the video. If it's not dragging you in the first 30 seconds, nope, out. Everybody out. And that just comes down with the fucking YouTube and community in general. But that's for another fucking video. Anyways, I want to thank you all for watching this video. Make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe down below. Put anything that pisses you off, that may piss me off. Like if you like this style of video. If you want me to do kind of more like rant videos, because I get triggered by this and stuff like this. And it really just basically about gaming. So like, if you have an idea about something, make sure it's about gaming, because that's really all I'm gonna do. That's what this channel is based off of. If I wanted to do something else, I'll maybe eventually move into something else if gaming really does die out, but I really want to keep this channel solely to gaming. So make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe down below, as I said, and I'll see you guys next time. And enjoy the rest of this H1Z1 gameplay. It gets pretty interesting at the end if it already hasn't gotten there.
Why are you lagging? What?
Bring it back. Do you feel the vibes?